What am I? Yeah, somehow it's doing that.
Okay.
Okay, I got you unmuted there, my man.
Yeah, it did sound like there's some issues with James's. James has really got some bad audio.
I suppose we can't bail and do this through hacking.
Can you mute on your side or turn it down?
My question was, but I think.
There we go.
You know what it is? It's each time I connect with people in the room, I have to shoot theirs down to the minimum because if they're asking us a question, I can hear, and it's kind of neat because I can hear what they're talking in the background, but it doesn't record on your screen, does it?
No, every so often it pops up, like the volume gets a little louder. I'm gonna just leave it on the this side by side thing for a minute. I do have to take a quick bathroom break.
That's fine. I'll just talk in the back. When you come back, maybe I'll do the opposite. I'll go.
That sounds good. Give me a score update when I get back here.
I'll try to keep track of whatever I see.
Okay.
I'd like to bug them. Go ahead. They're just rolling off right now. Rolling off for sidekicks here. They're doing. Off it looks like so. And the first thing he's going to do is he's going to Becky over a yellow lantern ring, it looks like. And that's going to be the common using the Becky to prep stuff. Has been a constant we've seen in the first two rounds. So the Intellect Devourer Global was used by Laurier, and that's straight up to spin down a sidekick to any face. And it looks like he purchased himself a Gazer using the Becky Global. So I can go over it, but it looks like James is going to go ahead and probably prep over a Becky, which is exactly what he did, using the Intellect Devourer to spin down and bought himself and prepped over a Becky Lynch. So he's got a Becky rolling for next turn. The Becky, which is pay a shield, prep the first die or the next die you purchased, or the first die you purchase in the turn. Laurier's rolled himself his Gazer on double energy side. Now, is that how he's going to get his Becky prepped, or is he going to go for the alternates? It's going to be which person's going to be the first one to either attack or who's going to go for the defensive part of it. See some of the dice on Laurier's side, but it has gone a little pixelated here. It does look like he's going to Becky over using the Kree Captain Global, which he also has. Kree Captain Global is pay 2 fists. The next thing you have is 3 less. And it looks like he purchased himself a Triple H. So, which is interesting. The Triple H is the first time we've seen it here tonight. And that is basically a blob. You can't field or purchase a certain character that you put a token on. I do not have a token for Triple H. That is in the works. But again, I don't think it's used that much. James up doesn't pull. He does pull his yellow lantern, and he has his Becky. So I'm assuming he's going to just roll Becky and just try to do a full hit with Becky. Laurier has nothing in his field, so anything he hits with, he's just going to probably swing. Becky whiffs on her first time. They're just going over what the Triple H is in the game, and that the Triple H does prevent a character. Rolling the lantern ring is good to give him intimidate, but I think he might just want to roll it as a shield, and he could buy another Becky if he does. But first, Becky has to roll in here, which he whiffs on Becky, so that should be an easy purchase another Becky, but he is stuck with the lantern ring. So it might be here, convert down and get another Becky. However, if that Triple H rolls in, he won't be able to field his Beckys. So that's where a lot of times now you need an alternate win con. Not sure what his move will be here. Becky, so he's going to probably spin down that sidekick. The sidekick down to a question mark. And he's going to prep. Well, he has prep, but he only has 4. So he can't prep over another Becky. So so he purchased a God Catcher and prepped it. And again, he needs that alternate win con.
What'd I miss?
You missed a lot of Becky rolling. So basically just a quick, because they're fast, but I'm trying to explain it. It's kind of hard to. James bought a Becky, prepped it over. And on Laurier's side, he actually purchased the Triple H to try to stop it. Becky came out the first time and whiffed. So he bought a God Catcher to go with the alternate win con now. And it's up to Laurier now to see if he can get Triple H out, which he looks like he just rolled Triple H. So there will be one of the things shut off for James. Now, they did rule that the Triple H, it's not a character card. It can be the God Catcher too, can it?
I'd have to look at that ruling. Yeah,
Had
because
to see how
that's
they did that.
continuous. That's a continuous die. So yeah, it would.
Yeah, so he can put it on that. Now, does he put it on Becky or does he put it on God Catcher now? That's the good thing James has.
I put it on Becky, if it's me.
Right. So he has 2 alternate win cons now. God Catcher, he's just going to full ramp then go for the God Catcher way and force himself to attack. But is there any way we can
it
move?
only works on characters.
Characters? Oh, thanks, Arj. I'm glad we have a rule person right there. And I mean, you would think it's going to be on Becky anyways, because if not, the Becky stuff's going to go off.
So these guys are playing super fast, so my setups are...
They're going fast. It's kind of hard to get going here. But it looks like he fielded his Triple H. And then, James just did another turn. So James bought another God Catcher, fielded the first God Catcher. He's going that way.
Sorry, guys.
That's right. Laurier's up. So he has his Triple H. He did name Becky. He then bought his own Becky, I believe. So 2 sidekicks and a Becky. Becky hitting.
Actually, that's pretty good for James.
And James is set up with his God Catcher train, and then once he force attack stuff, he can do the counter swing. Like right now, he's going to force Triple H to attack, I'm sure.
There's been no damage so far, right?
There's been 0 damage so far. It was a whiff. Becky and God Catcher have rolled in, but I think we're going to start having force attacks. Now, James just did a Atlas or Laurier just Atlas. I'm wondering why he didn't hold back for that haul, but
different energy types, aren't they?
it was a bolt he had. I thought he had a question mark.
Oh,
it was a fifth he had. That's right. He just swung with a Becky, I thought. Laurier just swung with a Becky, did he not?
I don't know.
I see life counters over there, and it looks like a 15. Yes, hit for 5 with Becky, because the yellow dice looks like that's on James's side. It's on a 15 right now.
So
and his is on the 20. He swung with a 5 Becky. It was a level 1 Becky, I think.
So James took 5 damage?
James took 5.
Okay,
that's my understanding on James's dice. It's on James right now. He's going to roll in his God Catcher, bigger God Catcher, and probably prep other God Catchers, what I think. Now, he's got God Catcher coming. Laurier looks like he's got a Gazer coming next turn, though. So he'll be able to take out and intimidate a token, which is going to be a good play. I mean, that Gazer, when I was testing, it helped a lot against the countering, especially when I had the 2-cost God Catcher I was playing, and taking out other God Catchers with Intimidate was really powerful. Here.
I'm still there. Yeah, sorry. I'm just looking. Why aren't those cards cycling?
We got cards supposed to cycle. Oh, on Twitch.
Yeah, what's going on there?
I just wrote in that it only works for characters on the Triple H, and it should be name a superstar card. Because I guess they're treating the same as the Blob, on how the Blob you couldn't trigger a basic action or an action card.
No, Blob could trigger a. Oh no, sorry, could do continuous. That was it.
Blob couldn't stop Devil Mask.
Mm-hmm. It could.
So then why can't Triple H?
Because it says the wording on Triple H is
I should look that up.
when
Have
fielded,
it
name a
right.
non-sidekick superstar die, replacing all
Oh,
previous
superstar
choices. Now they
That's
ruled
where
it though.
character.
It's in the chat there. It says should be named superstar card. Is what they the way Arj ruled it.
Oh, an interesting play.
Is he attacking with the God Catcher?
Yeah, he's gonna attack. He says it's gonna go away. So he bought a God, Grey Hunter.
Forced Triple H into there
He's
just to get rid
Triple
of
H
him.
block. And it's down. If he rolls in Gazer, that's going to trigger.
I did not even
It's
set up betting
interesting.
for this round. Oops. Sorry, guys.
Did we give away money from the last one?
I think it paid out. I hope it did. So Laurier wants his Triple H back. It looks like Gazer.
Got the Gazer.
Oh, did he miss the Triple H? He did, and that's the reroll, isn't it?
Yep. One shield. He's going to. Ooh. The Gazer.
So I assume he's going to force that Gazer through just to make him cycle it.
I
think he'd attack
Laurier
with it anyway, wouldn't he?
said he won his first two matches. Did James win his first two? James did.
Oh, but Laurier's got the Booker T Global too, so even if something's force attacked, he can force something to. Oh, he has nothing to block. Okay.
Blockers he has. So rid of. Catcher, which is that's frustrating when you you put all that energy in to get. I mean, not that it's frustrating. You have a 10-10 token.
Yeah.
That you got for a 3 cost, so it should be that you can donate it. But do you want to get that? You want to get that Gazer back? So do you just?
I would. Well, maybe you just sit it there for now. I don't know. I don't know what you do,
What
to
a
be honest with you. Because what is what's that?
Can you just buy a Grey Hunter that he's got?
Yeah, what is that gonna do?
When it's
That's
KO'd?
deal 1 damage across the board. Got it.
Go to field.
Oh, sorry, he's forcing
Because
something.
remember, there's also the Nihilor.
Gazer just went through, right?
Gazer went.
These guys are going too fast, man.
Which, by the way, we've got the icon. You should be saying for Laurier that you've got a happy birthday, right?
There's a special birthday icon there for
birthday
Laurier.
for him. We'll say happy birthday to him too. You can sing the song for him.
I think Reg is going to sing the song. Is that right?
I'll sing. I'll sing anything. Cries and
we'll see if we get a copyright strike for that one.
fine. I have to go and meet with the Mackenzie brothers at the brewery into a tank, and I have to drink with them, and it's fine. I'll suck it up for that.
So Godcatcher's triggered. So I mean, if you're, does Laurier have any energy saved up there?
It looks like he has 2 bolts.
Oh, he intimidated out. Oh, intriguing. I didn't see that Yellow Lantern Ring triggered there.
Intimidate. He's picked.
So do you
here, I can't.
do you do the swing? Take the 10?
I would, because if you have the chance, you lose it, right?
Yeah.
10 when you can, boys.
Oh,
Becky, which could be interesting. So what I would actually do is hold on to that question mark to force something to attack, hoping next turn Becky hits and you could do all the shenanigans.
Yeah.
Pay the 2 and buy. I don't even know what to buy. Oh, another Grey Hunter.
Is he gonna swing?
But you think holding on to that question mark would have been something to force the opponent to attack because you want Laurier to have a low field.
Yep.
What if he rolls a Triple H back or something? He's going to attack, hit the 10. Score at 14-10. Is that right?
14-10.
You can see the dice a little off the screen there, but that's fine. I'm wondering why he wouldn't hold back the question mark, and that'll be maybe at the end if it turned the tables here. Maybe that question mark would have forced, like, let's say Laurier right now doesn't roll more than one character.
Mm-hmm.
Intimidate both the sidekicks. Could have done something. Becky's going to re-roll both sidekicks next time he could get, and that could be enough.
So what did he get? He got his Becky. So that's going to be a re-roll of that sidekick.
He's going to re-roll 0.
Oh, he's re-rolling. Why is he re-rolling 0? Oh,
Because
because he
remember,
wants
you can
he wants the
He wants
overcrush.
the shenanigans. There it is. It's going to hit for. Well, that's game.
That's game 1.
How big was his Becky?
I don't
Becky
know.
was big enough. He must have been 8-8. Let me just double check that. Here, mute me. I'm going to check for a second. Was that an 8-8 Becky that you hit with, Laurier? Yes. Okay, we were wondering how did you get 16, but so it was an 8-8. Okay, thank you guys. Good luck, game 2. So, firm. It was an 8-8.
An 8-8 Becky.
8-8 Becky that he did the thing to.
So how
hit
much
the
time is left? That's our first like fast match.
We didn't have a timer here. We don't have a timer on this, but I would say they've done 15 minutes maybe. We started just after 3.
Yeah.
So, and again, that just shows that it's quick that team can be. And again, the next turn, the Becky rolled in. If he had the God Catcher, he could have gazered it out or something. He would have done. So,
Oh yeah.
Laurier had the upper hand that match. They convert and do something differently here. So they just did turn 1. They actually go pretty fast here. It looked like it was a Yellow Lantern Ring was brought over.
Yep.
I'm assuming he's doing that to roll it on double shields so that he can Becky over a Becky. And a lot of people try to do that. Double bolt, but I guess it's just to get the double bolt, sorry.
Yeah.
Whereas I've just gone with the Xanathar and use Xanathar to prep a die. Here's your 5 you need for Becky, right?
And he prepped over his
They're pretty much similar things.
So
it was a prepped over Gazer.
So is he going for his God Catchers or is he going to play the Becky game?
He's having to think about it.
See, with Laurier's
he doesn't
team,
have.
he can play the Becky game pretty.
Oh, Laurier's team is set up there against his team.
But I mean, James could join that game as well. Like he's got the Becky.
I don't quite get the Grey Hunter part of it. And again, I don't see the strategy because we haven't seen it go off yet. But to me, the God Catcher, and just go God Catcher, just keep going. But because with the God Catcher 3-cost team, it's usually make sure your opponent has a low field. That's why you use the Scott Hall Global.
So he's going the Becky route this game.
So he Kree Captain, bought a Becky, and then he Atlas to bring it over instead of just prepping it.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Yeah.
Using the Atlas Global, which of course is off screen there, but Atlas is pay a fist, and it allows you to prep.
So Laurier is. Holy cow! He rolled already. Man, these guys are.
No, they're fast when they're going. It's like we're trying to do the rules. Like, hey, slow down. But
because he wants like one more energy, and he can prep over a Becky himself.
Now we know how they got 3 games in.
No doubt.
They don't have us being like.
So he's got all the energy he needs there.
Over Becky.
Does he? 2, 3.
Oh, and the thing too,
6,
remember, he could also spin down the sidekick to a fist, and he has an extra energy as well. So,
Oh, there's an intellectual devourer in this game, is there?
there's a Devour, and there's a Kree captain.
Oh, so we could have some shenanigans.
I mean, like these teams are built for the speed that we haven't seen the first two games. The first two games we saw, they were built more for the control first and then go for your win con or slow death. Here, this is the fast. This is what we expect. I don't know if this is what you expected, but I expected this kind of games the whole day.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be much more of this stuff, to be honest with
This
you.
is as we said, the Becky Fest. We thought this was going to be.
Yeah.
And again, maybe it's just the newer players we have, or the people who haven't seen some of the combos. But I mean, the question now is, does he Becky over? And there is a Becky global, so he did spin down a sidekick to get the extra energy.
He did.
Now, does he buy Becky and then does he Atlas?
Well, the
Or
question is, does he?
Becky, he didn't, and then he Atlased it. Same as what James did. They did that
Same
instead of
play.
Becky and over. It was to prep it because
Yeah,
when
makes
you'll
sense.
have your
Yeah.
4 dice in your bag, you'll get Becky next turn. Now it's just a matter of who's
Oh.
Becky's going to roll, who's going to start hitting. And the last game, James missed.
That's a level 3 Becky.
I think that's what happened last game, wasn't it? The Becky he missed, and that threw him in the hole. And it
I
allowed the
missed that part of the match. Actually, I was.
Oh yeah, so you were come back. I think the first time Becky came through, missed, and then it allowed the Triple H to come out, and it caused a little bit of trouble for James. Whereas now he hit the Becky the first time, but sometimes hitting her on the 2 side, it's good, but you lose your energy, right? So,
Well, do you just swing her
I think
through?
the big part,
Like, do you just take it?
Yeah, you should. But the thing is, you're swinging for max. The most that Laurier is going to hit for is the same 8 if he hits it as well. The one big
there he
difference
goes.
here,
He took the
the
8.
one thing I see is James doesn't have a gazer. That's the big difference here. Big part of this game. So what I'd say is if Laurier rolls his Becky, I would force it to attack, and hoping it doesn't roll on its 8/8 side.
Well, that's the
what
thing
James
against Becky. You don't want things in your field because then she can't do
Right.
her shenanigans.
Missing a Becky, even if the sidekick rolls, I would force that sidekick to roll attack.
Yeah.
You want nothing in the field. Perfect roll. James resets again. He's up 8. You don't want to keep it in the field because Becky's going to do her stuff. And it looks like James's team, it's Becky. He's got the Deadpool as well, but having nothing in the field right now, James is ahead.
Oh, we can just trade.
They're even.
Trade 8 for 8.
So now, of course, what you would do is I would keep the 2 bolts and I'd do the same thing. And it's going to come down to who's going to be the first one to fire a blank.
Basically, that's what it looks like right
Or,
now.
as he did, again, not having 2 bolts in case 2 characters rolled, he did the Atlas. He just did. So we Atlas hits for 8. We're at 12-12.
Oh, was there? Did he not swing?
He's going to swing. I think he's waiting to force attack it. And that's where, again, a card like a Xanathar would help because at least in that case, James would have prepped instead of he was stuck to force attack it anyways. Now he has it.
Now
So,
James wants to get Becky back into that bag, so I'm assuming he's going to go straight for an Atlas.
And that was 8 that hit because we could see that one.
Yeah.
The camera's a lot better there. He's got the dice at 20-12, but it's 12, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So entering, he doesn't want it to reroll on.
That's not what he wanted.
That's the first, I guess, not error, but bad roll for the game that comes up from that.
You just buy the Becky on the discount with the Kree Captain? No, you want to get those dice in the bag.
You can't get, you can buy her, but want to get the Atlas to get your other Becky in the bag is what I would suggest. And this is where, would it be good? God catcher to get, so he bought a God catcher. The other thing he could have done was Israel Horn and then Atlas maybe.
Istrid Horn's not really valuable
I think he realized
in this game.
And again, because they're both doing let's force something to attack, he missed.
Yeah.
So the whole key is they all have to take a turn off to get back to Becky. So now the good part for Laurier is he knows he has a gazer, but he can also just prep a gazer right now.
He can prep a gazer. He
He
can
can
roll
prep
a
a
gazer
gazer.
for energy, which is what he's hoping
Right.
for.
So he can do whatever he wants, and then he's got his Becky in the prep area as well.
He can prep over another Becky.
For a Becky, but 5? No.
Because he can use Intellect Devour on that sidekick, get it down to a
Or
fist
then
or
make
whatever.
it 2. Yeah, that's right.
So
Good, but then he's got his Becky messed up in the bag. Whereas if he just Atlased one, why not get 2 Beckys? But the whole key is you want 1 Becky over in the prep area now.
Well, you can prep one now, or you can Atlas one now. Same difference, but at least you've got 2 going through the bag,
Can
right?
he not? If he Tech Devour or Kree Captain puts a Becky, then he uses. Oh, he can't Atlas. I was gonna say he could have Atlas, but he can't. He went with a Kree Captain. Wants the 2 fists to get a Becky next turn. That's what he wanted. He wants his Kree Captains to come up as fists. He can Becky over another Becky next turn. He has a Becky in his bag now.
And his Becky did not show up, correct?
He didn't, but he got the God Catcher, which actually.
And what's the other? What's the other die there? No, that is Becky, isn't it?
He got Becky.
That's Becky.
He got Becky, but that's right. His God Catcher won't trigger. He has another. At this point, does he have a cheap action he could try to throw? Oh, he missed the God Catcher anyways.
Is that a level 3 Becky? Oh no, it looks like a level. I can't tell.
It's a 7/7. It looks like. The way it's going to be sent through.
Yeah. So we're gonna. Laurier is going to be at 5. Is that right?
Depending what it hits to. I mean, I'll see. I don't know if it looks like it is the 7. That looks
it's
like
not an 8. I know that for sure, right?
She's a 1/1/2, right? I think for fielding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's either the 5 or the 7. Yeah. If he had that God Catcher, that would have helped because he could have prepped something. When for God Catcher next turn, keeping the bolts. He could Kree Captain. He can't buy anything though. Didn't get his shield that he needs for Becky. He has to pay a bolt. So and this is where again it's a card like those gazers that help Laurier that's not helping James right now. And pay the one to field the Becky.
And there's no reason you don't swing here, right?
I think I just heard it's a level 2. In the Twitch here. There's not a lot of people talking in Twitch. Unfortunately, a lot of people are playing. We're back down to a small number watching this.
Yeah, I know Lonnie had to take off. He said something about his kids. I mean, it's a big time commitment to do this, so I understand if people are dropping off, which is okay.
You kind of know that people are going to come back and watch the videos after.
Yeah. Oh, and look, there's Arj swearing in the chat.
We do have someone. But I look down and it's like, well, our robots are all gone. We've got like 5 and
the robots ran away.
the robots even left. They went to some other. They're watching Crokinole.
That's right. What did he buy? He went for another God Catcher, which makes sense. And then I'm assuming he's going in for the 7, leaving Laurier at 5. So Laurier wants to see a Becky to kind of respond to the Becky. What has he got there? Oh, does he have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? That's lethal, isn't it?
Hey, you got nothing to field. Yeah, the Kree. That's where the Kree could help because he's gonna be +1, so he's gonna be 4. Yeah, that's it.
Crap. We'll go to that part.
And again, that's where we see that Kree Captain. That could it help? Yeah, it could. You use it for the fist, or that's it.
Holy
all right,
hell,
that's
guys.
it, right? Because he just won both games pretty quick.
Let's
get them in.
I'm gonna
try to get him on chat.
Mute the Discord and turn it back up.
Good game, gentlemen.
I made one mistake, I think, in the first game, which cost me the game. Aside from that, I don't know if I did anything particularly clever.
Good game, gentlemen.
Thank you.
That was how do I put that compared to the first games we had on stream? Very fast. You guys were very good. We're trying to go through the globals, and we're like, yeah, these guys are more the experienced guys. They're going through it quick. This is what we expected with the Becky fest of prepping Becky's and just whose Becky's don't roll. James, you had unfortunately that first game. You missed the Becky game 1.
Yeah.
And of course, when that hit, that let Triple H hit, and then you were like, shit, now how do I get around this thing? And by the time you did, he had something built up. Game 2 was expected. That's what I thought all day was going to be. I hit you for 8, you hit me for 7, you hit me for 6, clear the fields. Yep. And unfortunately, you had a chance to get a Becky, and you pulled the God Catcher game 2. And Laurier, I don't think you missed a roll all game. You even got sidekicks every turn.
Which honestly, I did not want sidekicks every turn.
Well, but you had the inside bar, which helped out a little bit. I mean, I was in the booth looking. The only thing I could see is there was a lot of times, James, you had a chance to get. You were like, "Oh, I hit for Becky," but then the next turn you were like, "Oh, what do I buy now?" And you went Grey Hunter one time, and you went the God Catchers, but the God Catchers don't trigger himself. You need something else.
Whereas, I always had the Lantern on its way. But yes.
Yeah, well, that's me at the Lantern. But whereas Laurier had Gazer, he's like, I'm going to buy a Gazer. That was the extra thing, and that might have been a little bit different there if the game started going to miss rolls. But it came right as planned. It's roll, hit for Becky, push it through an open field. If someone had something in the field, you would have probably used the Scott Hall Global to force stuff to attack. And a couple of times, James, you had that, and then he rolled Becky on level 3, and it's like, well, he's going to attack it anyways. And that's where I thought something like a Xanathar might have helped, because I just wasted energy. It could have helped me prep to get that Becky prepped or something. Yeah. But I mean, in the end, it came down to rolls. Game 1, you missed the 1, and then game 2, Laurier just rolled it twice on level 3, which the first game you rolled level 1 every time. So, no, excellent game, guys. You guys have lots of time between, so you're probably going to go take a break. But any thoughts on how things have gone so far? What you've expected, not expected? Like James, you go first.
No, pretty much as expected. As I've said many times, I don't have the patience really for long games. So I'm playing in a pretty what's the word? I'm not really playing in any sort of cautious way, I have to say. In that game, Laurier played well and got the rolls, but I mean, I left that psychic in the field, which was stupid. Lost me the first game. I mean, I think I could have just not fielded it. Probably. I took my eyes off the fact that he had a Becky on the way, and he managed his bag a bit better than me because mine was trash and all over the place. But I don't feel like I missed. I mean, you say I missed something, but I don't. No, it was
a great game, guys.
Yeah, when I say the only miss you had was you missed the Becky roll, the first game. That's it. Other than that, you guys rolled fine. Okay. You guys did great. So I mean, and that's compared to other games we've seen so far on stream where they were slower. Games went 45 minutes. These were 5-10-minute games.
Can't be doing with that.
Oh no, we've had many talks about that too. We like quick games, and if I was to play this tournament, I would have done my Andre the Giant team and just subbed in Becky for it, because at least the games are done. I could take a break between games and go.
Exactly.
So, yeah, and that's where the different types of Dice Master players. Some like to have the control, and some like the attack. So seeing all the control stuff coming, I kind of shiver at it, going, damn it. So, but no, you guys both great games. I wish you guys both luck in the final or getting there or whatever. I think undefeated will win it.
There is no final.
No, it's going straight to 6. And what we were doing on I was counting it. After this round, we should have 6 people left that are undefeated, and then it's going to go down to 3, and then it could potentially be 2 at the end, and they haven't played each other. So we'll see how that breaks down to if we have 2 6-0s at the end. But
we're supposed to do 6 rounds.
I should report that, shouldn't I?
We're supposed to do 6 rounds, I believe, is what I had heard because of the number of players.
Right. So is it the 6th round will be? Yeah, because I think at the time with the 3, then you'll have one person who's 5-0 is going to be playing a 4-1, and if they win, I think there could be 2 6-0s at the end. I think because we're in the 40s, not in the 30s for numbers.
Okay, with 45 players, let's calculate it. So after one round, we had 23 22, 23. Then it's
23.
11, 12. Then it's 5, 6. So now, with 3 rounds left, that's going to go down to.
Will it be 1 or would it be 2?
We could end up with 2 undefeated players after 5 rounds, but we will not have.
That's
more
right.
than
The
one
6th
undefeated
round will
player
be the
after
5
6.
and O's against each other.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, pools usually did, and that's the best way. The only bad part is hopefully nobody drops. Hopefully everybody plays and sticks it out. I mean, I know
I might actually physically drop. I had 4 hours sleep and I've worked all day.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I can manage another 3 rounds, but we'll see.
Oh,
have you found some of the?
Honest, James, you sounded tired. I was like, oh man, everything okay?
Yeah, no, I'm shattered, absolutely shattered. We had I was administering a language exam today, and it's always extremely stressful, and we haven't done it for 6 months because of the whole COVID situation. So it was even more stressful than usual on the back of 4 hours sleep. So hence my incautious play. I think I'm going to go, if you don't mind, sorry to bolt, but I'm going to go and read to my daughter while I have time.
Well, that's fine. Me and Matt, we're going to start doing karaoke, so we're fine.
Lovely.
You might want to leave
I think I will leave that to you if that's all the same.
All right, gentlemen. Thanks for the game, guys.
Maybe I could start
Bye-bye.
singing. Then it would really be a nightmare. Thanks for the games, man.
Good luck to everybody. Good luck, Laurier.
Good luck to you. Laurier, if you want to, aren't we in the stream? Why don't you jump in the room with us?
Oh boy, I don't know if I'd want to just.
Or here, go take a break because you guys are done early. Go make yourself a sandwich.
Oh, actually, you know what? I was brought a little surprise here. Dairy Queen.
Oh, there you go.
So,
my wife brought me a drink in round 1, and I never got it. So
I'm gonna switch over to there. I am gonna mute the Jitsi room here.
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna mute. Here.
If you want to join, pop in the Discord in the Team of the Month booth. If not, go have lunch or dinner or whatever time it is there.
Okay, I didn't even know you had a booth there, but okay, I will try and jump in and chat a little bit.
Sounds good.
All right, cheers, guys.
Cheers.